No new friends. No new friends. Football fans. Football. They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up. The champs is in. Yeah. Yeah.
Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit out a jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how the poppin' and shaking. Got is a laser, my posse deep and I raiding. We act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me. Bet on my bacon, big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Chicago Bears. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. White 20! White 20! Mickey Cow!
Brady now on first down. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Brady now on first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz call and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kyle Van Noy able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Trubisky to throw. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now it's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price. 15 cents.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Patriots take over. The ball going back to the New England Patriots offense here, and it's not official yet. They haven't clinched the AFC East in 2018, but...
Hold on a second. Not official yet?
Well, they're on their way.
Let me just tell you, you don't need many precincts to weigh in on this one. Let's go ahead and call it. They're going to win the AFC East.
Hey, election day is over. You're living in the past,
okay,
man.
My bad.
But if they do go on and capture it, it's a 10th straight AFC East title. 15 out of the last 16 years. It is so remarkable the run that they're on.
It really is, and I think a lot of it goes back to talent assessment and putting guys in the right spots. Cordero Patterson could never find his niche as a receiver in the league. They moved him to running back, and he gives them excellent play. Josh Gordon trying to find his way in the league. He's finding it in New England now and giving them big plays. And how about Julian Edelman, back from injury, a college quarterback, now elite slot receiver in the NFL. And if they can get Rob Gronkowski fully healthy, look out.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And that is incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Lock it. Go. 18. Lock it.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for the Bears on 3rd. 44 yards.
Gotta go, gotta go.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. A CD, as we look forward, get closer and closer to the postseason, what do you think if you had to pick the Super Bowl teams right now, who would you take?
Let me start in the NFC, and I think that the Rams and New Orleans seem to have separated a little bit right now. They seem to be the prime 2 teams. But I'm looking in the NFC South, and the Carolina Panthers would scare the heck out of me if I were anyone in the NFC. Defense continues to get better. Cam Newton having his best season since his MVP year of 2015. Versatile weapons on offense now. I like the momentum that they've been building. On the AFC side, of course, you have to say New England until further notice, naturally. You have to say Kansas City. But I do think that Houston has really built something because of their defense especially. But bottom line for me, the Los Angeles Chargers are really starting to make a move with Phillip Rivers leading them.
Yeah, all the talk about the Chiefs, but the Chargers right there. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bears will take over at their own 20. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Adrian Claymore able to drop him for a loss of a couple. The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Trubisky will throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Dorsett on the return. Well, very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. This is caught. Gronkowski. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there at 22. To go here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run. This is White. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. James White, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Trubisky, flushed out right. And his throw here is incomplete. With that incompletion, Charles, I want to revisit our preseason Super Bowl picks.
Must we?
Well, we're getting closer and closer toward the playoffs. So
we have to revisit
who did you have? You had the Falcons.
I had Atlanta.
But you couldn't predict all those injuries the Falcons had.
Couldn't predict all the injuries, and heading into their open week, they had won 2 in a row. And then beat Washington after the open week. So all is not lost, but still enough guys are out that maybe it's not the best prediction. But I did have Pittsburgh, I believe, on the AFC side, and they are really starting to come on.
Sadly, I don't even remember who I had. I think it's going to sound like, oh, yeah, revisionist history. I think I had Rams and Patriots, so I'm going to stick with that.
That actually sounds familiar to me. I do believe you did have Rams in New England, and you are on track with those 2 teams.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Gotta go, gotta go. Gotta go, gotta go.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. Finds his target, it's Bellamy. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
18.
On 1st down, Trubisky. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. Flush to his right. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this 1st half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Stop.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. On the crossing route, complete. That's Gordon. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Wait 20! Wait 20! Go! We get hit? We go. Regular, regular. LG, a little closer to me.
The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
180!
They go with Howard to begin the drive. First by him near the 35. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's the big fella's M.O. right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Dances by him. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this. There we go. You see it? You see it? 180! 18.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gotta go. Hey, gotta go.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From midfield now, here's Trubisky, escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. He got a hand in there to break that one up. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Good work that time to get him to jump. And now here's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Michel. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Over the middle, Dorsett, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
With that type of force on contact, as an ex-DB, I expected the ball to come free. I really did. I thought that was going to be an incomplete pass. I've got to admire him catching it, taking the hit, and getting the 1st down.
Well, anytime on those crossing routes, middle 3rd of the field, you know there's a possibility of a hit like that.
And just think, if you can do that as a receiver, what that does for you and your quarterback's relationship, his confidence in him has got to be super high, and he'll look for him every time on those big third down plays.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A give. This is Michel. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now the return man. This is Benny Cunningham. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now Trubisky on first down. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sideline? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now it's Trubisky throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it second down. Again, it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trubisky to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Derek Rivers in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Now Trubisky to throw, finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, 32 yards. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
You see it? You see it?
Out of the gun, Trubisky. His throw incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Time now. Wait 20. Wait 20. Stop.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Brady now on first down. To Michel on the dump off. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Wait 20. Wait 20.
Brady going to look to throw. That's out to his running back, Michel. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw, Brady. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now a pitch out to Michel. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. On second down, Michel. And he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually...
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.